Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sequoia, and today I'm going to be doing a overview of my tech and EDC favorites, and then one or two kind of random favorites for the month of May. My first fave of the month is definitely my new iPhone 16 Plus in the teal color. I have been loving this phone. It was an upgrade for me from the 14 Pro Max, and that's what I'm filming on right now. So see if you can pick out the differences in camera quality between the two for some of the shots in this video. If you're curious about kind of the difference in camera quality between 14 Pro Max and the 16 Plus. I've been loving the color. Obviously was one of the main reasons why I picked this instead of going for the 16 Pro Max. I just really love this teal color. I've been so tempted to use it without a case on it, which I've been doing kind of around the house, but when I go out, I do put a case on it. This is definitely a top monthly favorite for May for me. I will link the video that I did on the unboxing and setup if you want to see a little more detail on the iPhone 16 Plus. So my Kobo is definitely a favorite, and this has been a favorite since I got it a couple months ago. Right now I have it with the case on. This is just a clear case that I got on Amazon, and I have the little USB-C port cover too. I have it set up this way so that it's a little bit more protected when I go to the beach or the pool. But when I am just at home reading this, I like to keep it without the case. So this is what it looks like. It's super lightweight. It has a really nice grip to it. I used to be a Kindle e-reader. I've had, I think it was like the Kindle second generation or third maybe, the regular size Kindle, and then I also have the Kindle Scribe. So let me know if you want a video talking about kind of the differences between the Scribe and the regular size Kindle and the Kobo. This is the Kobo Libra color. So it's the one that has the buttons here, and I just love reading with this so much more than with the Kindle. With the Kindle, I always used to have a pop socket on the back of the case because the ergonomics of holding it and switching a page, especially when reading like in bed on my side, it was just hard to reach the page and hold it with one hand. This, I don't find that I have that problem, especially with the buttons here. So it's very ergonomically designed. I love the way that this feels holding it, and it can rotate. So if you hold it upside down like this and the button's on the other side, the screen will flip. You can also hold it like this, which I think is kind of crazy. My next fave for the month of May is this iPhone grip by Ulanzi. This is a stabilizing grip, so it has a Magsafe connection here. You just pop your phone on like this, and then it acts as a little bit more of a weight. So when you're taking pictures or videos, specifically for me, I find that this has been really helpful in getting a little bit of a better stabilization. And since it's MagSafe, it works both vertical and horizontal. It's got a button here to connect Bluetooth to your camera, so you can snap shots there. It does have also this kickstand, so if you didn't want to use it MagSafe, or if you have another kind of phone that doesn't have MagSafe, you can use this grip here, but I like that it folds in. There is a little threaded piece here, so you can put this on a tripod if you want to, and it has a little mirror here on the back, so if you are doing selfie mode, you can actually see, kind of line yourself up a little bit in the frame. My new Beats Studio Pro also definitely make the cut for favorites this month. I have a recent video where I did an unboxing and review, but these are a really nice headphone that I picked up this month, and they still have a sale going on Amazon, so I got these for $200. Normally they run $350, and I got them in the dark brown color. So if you're interested in more details about these headphones and my full thoughts, I will link that video in the description and probably up here in one of the corners of this video. But so far, I'm really loving these headphones. My next fave is this ND filter attachment. It comes in this carrying case here, and this is another MagSafe accessory that I have been using to kind of up my photography game with the new iPhone that I got. And this would be compatible with a Pro Max because the lens cutout here fits the 3 lenses. It just snaps onto the phone like this, and then you can screw on ND filters. This is specifically for 67mm filters. You can use ND filters, any kind of 67mm filter that you want to use. It is threaded, so you just screw it on. It comes with one CPL filter. So the way that this works, and this is the same with an ND filter, is you just screw on the filter to the threaded part, and then it's attached on your phone. And this makes a big difference when you are shooting footage or pictures outside, especially when it's bright. It does have this tripod attachment too, so if you were using this with a tripod, you can set this up. Something that I also like about this is that the MagSafe is stackable with the Ulanzi iPhone grip. This fits on here. You can stack the grip on top of it. So then you end up with this nice rig that has the lens and the grip. Again, this would work in the vertical orientation or the horizontal portrait mode. This next favorite is also in the non-tech, more EDC category, and that is this traveler's notebook. This is the black version. They have a brown, I think they may even have 2 browns, a blue, and I know they have a special limited edition red leather one right now, which was really pretty. And I've been using this for a couple months now and really loving it. I have always loved planners and notebooks for my whole life, so this is definitely a favorite of mine since I've been using it. Something that I really like about traveler's notebooks is that you can have multiple different notebooks in one case here. So I have 3. The first one that I have is a calendar, and the layout looks like this. So you can buy different layout calendars. This one is like just a standard day, week, and then there's month pages. And then the middle notebook, I have a graph paper notebook. I like writing on the grid paper. This is kind of like my brain dump notebook in the middle. And then the last notebook in here is just a plain paper, and this one is more like journaling, which I'm trying to get into the habit of doing more often, even if it's just like a couple of sentences every day or every few days. But definitely loving having this setup. I feel like having kind of multi-purpose notebooks in one is helpful for maintaining that kind of consistency with both tracking my to-dos in the calendar as well as having space to like just jot down thoughts or, hey, I want to remember this. I like writing things down on paper rather than just using digital notes for everything, which I definitely do a lot, but it's nice to write things on paper once in a while. The quality of Traveler's notebooks is excellent. The cover is this really beautiful leather. I love the shape of it, that it's kind of like skinny and tall. It's nice to hold. It fits really well into a bag. And I like that you can customize the inside with whatever kind of a notebook you need. So this is another kind of funny favorite of mine for this month, but it's a pair of blue light glasses, and I picked these up from Amazon. I tried a couple different pairs. These were the ones that I landed on. I like the color of them, and they're pretty lightweight, so they're comfortable to wear. The frame doesn't like get into my line of sight when I'm looking at the computer, and I've honestly definitely noticed a difference in eye strain. When you get a little bit older, you will notice that your eyes just aren't the same as they used to be. And I wear glasses driving, but I don't need them for looking at the computer. So having just a pair that is not prescription, but that blocks the blue light is definitely helpful and something that I would recommend, especially if you're somebody who sits in front of a computer all day for work, or most of your hobbies are at the computer, or unfortunately, like me, both. So blue light glasses, definitely a favorite for May. I would be remiss if I did a monthly favorites and didn't talk about a bag. So this is a bag that I've been using a lot this month, especially in talking about all of the other favorites that I have and fitting them all into one bag. This bag definitely fits the bill, and I just love the style of this. I've had this bag for a while now, actually, and I picked it out of my closet to go to a conference recently and found that I loved it so much that I've been using it more often now. So it's kind of a crossbody messenger type bag. You can adjust the strap here. There is a tripod strap underneath. I haven't gotten to the point where I am filming outside too much where I would need this, but I think in the future, if I do end up doing that kind of videography or vlogs, then this could come in handy. It has a lot of pockets. The back has a pocket here. There is a pocket on the front of the bag here, which also has a little keychain lock. The inside, like many messenger bags like this, it's just got a bunch of pockets. So there's one here, the big main compartment, and then another zippered pocket on the front. I like this because you can fit a lot of stuff in here. When I was at the conference, I even had a jacket that I shoved into here in addition to all my other stuff, and it's a kind of expandable. These clips here on the front have an adjustable portion, so you can pop this out to fit more inside. So just to illustrate how it fits things a little bit, I'm gonna put some of the other things that I talked about in my favorites video into the bag. So Kobo is gonna go into that back pocket, and then in the main pocket I'll put my traveler's notebook and the Ulanzi phone grip, as well as the ND filter in its carrying case. So as you can see, all of that fits really nicely. It's still pretty slim, and I can fit AirPods in this front zipper pocket, super slim. Like I said, I have had this bag for a little while and I wasn't able to find this exact one available, but I will put links in the description of this video for a couple bags that were really similar to this that I found. I mean, there's nothing particularly special about this one compared to other similar bags. This is like a pretty common style, but in general, this kind of a waterproof, medium-sized sling is definitely what I'm loving about this bag. Two of the bags that I linked are kind of the most similar to that bag that I could find aesthetically, and then I also linked one that looks quite a bit like that, and I think that it would be pretty similar in terms of functionality. It's by this Australian company called Bellroy, and the reason that I'm linking that one, it's not a sponsored product or anything like that, but I have their backpack and I really like the quality of this bag. So just in terms of recommending something that I know is going to be good quality, since it's not the exact bag that I have, this is a Bellroy travel backpack that I have, and maybe I'll feature this at some point when I go on a trip, but I really like this backpack. So that sling I think is made out of the same material as this backpack, which is kind of like I think it's made out of recycled water bottles. So I really like this backpack, and the sling looked pretty nice. So I also got this month a ND filter. This is a 67mm ND filter by K&F Concept, and I got this to go along with the ND filter adapter, the Magsafe one that I just showed. It's quite protected in here, foam, and this is what the filter looks like. So this again screws on to the filter adapter with the threading here. You could also use this on a camera, but I am just using it with my iPhone with the Magsafe adapter that I got. With this now I have the ND filter and I have the CPL filter that came with the adapter. Leave me a comment down below and let me know if you've been using any of the same EDC that I featured in this video, or if there's anything that I should check out that you've been loving, and I'll see you in the next one.